Whoever digs a pit will fall into it. If someone rolls a stone, it will roll back on them. A lying tongue hates those it hurts, and a flattering mouth works ruins. Proverbs 26:23 to 28.
So come on, my people, all hands on deck. Let's give it a shot, it's time to reset. No matter your race, your color, or creed, working together we can achieve. For this country to progress, we must do our best. Forget about past and blame, our country we must reclaim. Right now, we're losing at everything, and I want the country to win. I just want St. Vincent to win. Look around, we're losing at everything, and I want the country to win. I really want St. Vincent to win. Morality is down the drain. Crime and violence skyrocketing. Situation looking grim. Can't you see what is happening? Right now, the country ain't winning, and I want the country to win. I really want St. Vincent to win. Look around, the people are suffering, and I want the country to win. I really want St. Vincent to win. Right now, we're losing at everything, and I want the country to win. I just want St. Vincent to win. Look around, we're losing at everything, and I want the country to win. I really want St. Vincent to win. Morality is down the drain. Crime and violence skyrocketing. Situation looking grim. Can't you see what is happening? Right now, the country ain't winning, and I want the country to win. I really want St. Vincent to win. Look around, the people are suffering, and I want the country to win. I really want St. Vincent to win. Right now, we're losing at everything, and I want the country to win. I just want St. Vincent to win. Look around, we're losing at everything, and I want the country to win. I really want St. Vincent to win. Morality is down the drain. Crime and violence skyrocketing. Situation looking grim. Can't you see what is happening? Right now, the country ain't winning, and I want the country to win. I really want St. Vincent to win. Look around, the people are suffering, and I want the country to win. I really want St. Vincent to win.
So help me, I really want St. Vincent to win. But it appears as if St. Vincent is losing. It appears as if St. Vincent has lost its soul, lost its conscience, lost any sense of decency. This morning, folks, I would like for us to look at cricket, lovely cricket. Cricket, lovely cricket. But before we get to cricket, folks, I think there are two the things that we want to speak about. Two. Two little things I would like for us to speak about. I mean, well, really, briefly, you know, in March this year, 3 months ago, a so called big scandal broke. A so called big scandal broke about the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank governor mansion. And the fellow we have here didn't leave it to mansion. In his petty ways, in his grudgeful way, he called it a mansion, a palace, fit for king. Said that the new residence that the ECCB was building for the governor. Mind you, it wasn't for Timothy Antoine, it was for the governor. And strange enough, in that letter, that was written to Gaston Browne, the Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda, was calling for the resignation of the governor, Timothy Antoine. A letter written to Gaston Browne, and good morning to my friends in Antigua and Barbuda who are listening. He was calling for the resignation of Antoine. Strange enough, it was calling for the governor to resign, but not for the other members of the Monetary Council to resign. The board, I mean. Folks, you understand what I just said to you? Was calling for the governor and not for the board to resign. But, folks, are you aware that I think it was just this week Well, I am saying March, but it's February. February, so it's 4 months. He wrote to Gaston Brown, who was not even the chair of the Monetary Council, because it was just yesterday that Gaston assumed the chairmanship. And they had a big gala. And I can't remember if I saw our boy there. But he was calling for the resignation of Antoine. Anyhow, Gaston Brown, the Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda, has assumed chairmanship of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank Monetary Council yesterday. So today, Friday the 18th, the governor of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, Mr. Timothy Antoine, whose head our boy wanted, will present the report on the monetary and credit conditions in the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union when the ECCB convenes at the Boathouse Barbuda Ocean Club in Antigua and Barbuda today, Friday. He wrote to Gaston. Well, Gaston sent me kisses this morning. Jokes here today. Jokes. Anyhow, he was asking for Timothy Antoine's head. And you know. I wonder how, oh no, he won't be there if it's anything. It's Camilo, the Minister of Finance. But what a day it would have been, or what a day it would be. Didn't you ask for Timothy Antoine's head when First St. Vincent Bank was closed down? No, he didn't ask for his head that time because they were happy. Because it is said that money for NDP came to the bank to close them down. You know, ask for his head that time, but you asked him for his head. So, you hold into the point, resignation. He called for the resignation of Timothy Antoine. And make a note in the event I forget to remind me that before asking for Kishore Shallow's resignation, he had asked for the resignation of Jamaican, what's your name? Cameron, a few years ago. So take a note of that for me in the event I forget. All right, so that is one aside. One down. Antigua and Barbuda, Gaston Brown, who was written to in February, not March, because according to the thing here, it is saying February. February. Around the 27th of February, letter broke about the CCB thing. And then come a big story in March. So it's February, not March. So, Gaston, Snaggy and I eagerly await a report on the perceived scandal over the palace that he thinks is would fit for Black Timothy Antoine. He's fit for king because he was christened priest, prophet, and king. So one down, ECCB. Carnival just finished. Carnival just finished, and Carnival just finished, and well, Tajo had a calypso. Change for what? Change for what? Tajo? Some what name? What Tajo name? Some Francis are there. Maxwell Francis. Maxwell, Sunflower, Teeth, Tajo. Change for what? Well, it's either your sister or your niece has provided you with several reasons why we should change. And I think, Chajo, you ought to go and look at those lives. Your niece or your sister, I think it's your last sister. I should look it up and see if it's your last sister, has given us several reasons. And chief among them, Tajo, is the wickedness of your party. The wickedness of your party. She has provided us with several reasons. So, folks, so that is the two by the ways. And you know something? In as much as I said good morning, was so remiss of me not to have extended condolences to all who mourn the passing of loved ones. Up in my own little village, we have lost Miss Elmina, and she will be laid to rest on Sunday. She will be laid to rest on Sunday. All right. Let us see who is calling here. So, Ollie. Hello, good morning. Hello. Seems as if the post is gone. All right. So, no one is there. All right. So, condolences to all who mourn. Folks, remember, I told you today we will be looking at cricket Lovely cricket. But permit me, please, to make a comment on something that took place last Friday. Caller called to express his disgust over the manner in which the radio program was being conducted. Now, folks, there are 5 days in a week, 5 days in a talk show week. 5 days in a talk show week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. There are none on a Saturday, no, a Sunday. And I was rather not taken aback, upset. But folks, if you have been following my Facebook page, you will get a better appreciation or understanding or the intent and purpose of the caller who called to express his concern. And one person, having observed what is going on, came to the conclusion and asked, Margaret, you eat the white fowl? Well, I don't know if he had a white fowl to eat. But as I said, there are 5 days in a talk show week. And I don't know if this caller quite understand the role, function, purpose, objectives of talk shows, political talk shows, or whatever. But he's provoking me, and I believe he's provoking me so that I will use on radio like language, words on radio. No, they would throw me off. Who the hell is he? Who is he to question a Margaret London about how the radio program is being conducted? Who is he? Because I know he won't do it elsewhere. Because he want me to speak plans. No, you set out your objective. Monday, we cooking, let me say, we eating leftovers from Sunday. Tuesday, we cooking carlo soup. Wednesday, we cooking white rice with curry duck. Wednesday, we cooking something else. Thursday, we doing this. And Friday, we doing that. And if that is hard for him to understand, let's tell him don't call back. Let's call another radio program. He could do like Mr. Hamilton or whoever else, call and say, oh, Margaret London is the worst radio talk show host. And it doesn't matter to me. Because, well, I know Kingsley tried that, and now he gone over. Now he take on now he take on Max Walker and Jeffrey Providence. Because if he have never heard about a term debunking, too bad for him. And you realize I'm not even calling his name. I want none of you calling him. Because if you're calling him, I cut you off. And I'm buying a little bit of time before I get to cricket, lovely cricket, because our guest is coming and he's a cricketer, right? So I'm going closer to the time when our guest is supposed to come. I don't even know which thing to take this call here from. Hello, good morning. Hello. Also not hearing me at all. Also, there was who hearing me who was calling a while ago. You don't understand it's like how you went and you look up the meaning, you check, you say you ask AI. Cause your intelligence ain't so right. So you ask artificial intelligence for assistance. Ask artificial AI. Cause you don't have the real one. So use the artificial one. Ask AI for assistance with the roles, the objectives, or whatever of talk show. And we'll move from there. So here what we'll do. In setting the framework for today's program. Oh my God. In setting the framework for today's program, we will be playing a song. How to find the song now? We'll be playing a song, and I want you to listen to the song very carefully. Listen to the song very carefully. And after the song, listen to the song, and after the song, I will tell you the year in which this song was sung.
We rule the cricket world. Now the rule seems coming to an end. But down
Listen
here,
that.
just a chink in the armor is enough to lose a friend. Some of the old generals have retired and gone, and the runs don't come as they did before. But when the two says go, don't you know the desert is come? We've lost the battle, but yet we will win the war. As long as we rally round the West Indies, one forever. Rally round the West Indies, never say never. Pretty soon the runs are gonna flow again like water. much joy to each and every son and daughter. Say we gonna rise again like a raging fire. As the sun shines, you know we gon' take it higher. We gotta rally, rally round the West Indies, one forever, yes. Rally, rally round the West Indies, stoke up the fire, way down under, a warrior falls. Michael holding falls in the heat of the battle. Michael should have left long time. I heard an angry brother shout, Caribbean man, that is the root of our trouble. Oh, in these tiny theaters of conflict and confusion, better known as the Isles of the West Indies. We already know who brought us here and who created this confusion. So I'm begging my people, please. Oh, we got to rally, rally around the West Indies, now and forever. Yeah. Rally, rally around the West Indies, stoke up the fire, cause pretty soon the runs are gonna flow again like water, bringing so much joy to each and every son and daughter. Say we gonna rise again like a raging fire. As the sun shines, you know we gonna take it higher. What we gotta what? Rally, rally round the West Indies, one forever, yeah. Rally, rally round the West Indies, never say never. Now they're making restrictions and laws to spoil our beauty, but in the end, we shall prevail. This is just not cricket. This thing goes beyond the boundary. It's up to you and me to make sure that they fail. Soon we must take a side or be lost in the rubble in a divided world that don't need islands no more. Are we doomed forever to be at somebody's mercy? Little keys can open up mighty doors. Rally, rally round the West Indies, one forever, yeah. Rally, rally round the West Indies, never say never, no. Pretty soon the runs are gonna flow again like water, bringing so much joy to each and every son and daughter. Say we gonna rise again like a raging fire. As the sun shines, you know we gonna take it higher. What we got to what? Rally, rally round the West Indies, now and forever. We got to rally.
Folks, David Rudder made some very interesting statements there. Very, very interesting statements. And I want you to listen to them again. No, not David. David, not that one. Not that one, David. Listen carefully. Listen.
cricket world. Now the rule seems coming to an end. But down here, just a chink in the armor is enough to lose a friend. Some of the old generals have retired and gone, and the runs don't come as they did before. But when the two says go, don't you know the desert is come? We've lost the battle, but yet we will win the war. As long as we rally round the West Indies, one forever. Rally round the West Indies, never say never. Pretty soon the runs are gonna flow again like water, bringing so much joy to each and every son and daughter. Say we gonna rise as the sun shines, you know we gonna take. We gotta
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Margaret.
rally round the West Indies.
Yes.
Good morning, Margaret.
Hi there, good morning.
32 years ago.
32 years ago?
32 years ago.
All right, here's a 32 years
Carnival of
ago, right? Let's start. Let us start at verse 1.
1993.
So he sang it 1993. Let us
Yes.
start at verse 1. What did you hear in that first line? The first.
I can't tell you the first line or not like that.
All right, let me just give
But
you a little piece again, right?
I
Wait.
know the song
I
very
want
well.
to hear it. Where is it? Wait a while, let's just listen.
For 10 long years, we ruled the cricket world. Now the rule seems coming to an end.
You heard that?
Yes, for 10 years we ruled the cricket world, but we're coming to the end.
All right, but the rule seems coming to an end.
Yes.
What could he
Yes.
have observed? What could he have observed?
Well, he see the change in rule in cricket.
Not before the rules. You're jumping the gun. We're going verse by verse.
Uh-huh.
He saw the decline.
Yes, the cricket start to decline, but when I say the change in rules, Margaret, you see the rules that was changed in cricket, and if you really dive into this song and you dive into the whole cricket situation with the West Indies, you will see the dominance of the West Indies from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and when it started to decline. I mean, everyone could see the West Indies was so dominant that the rest of them gang up in it and make changes, and the West Indies then adapt to changes that was made by them.
Mm-hmm.
And we, me and you, and the rest of the people who follow our sporting discipline, even though I may not be the best fan of cricket and all of that, but I follow the discipline. And what I see, Margaret, what I see is that cricket, West Indies, in my opinion, never make the change. And I be on a program every Saturday for the last 7 or so years with Carlisle on this very radio station. And from the inception of me being on the program and we talk about cricket over the years, I have been saying, Dougie the Freitas has echoed a lot of it, and other people have echoed a lot of it. I mean, I'm moving a little off, but I'm keeping on point that unless you put cricket back into the primary and secondary school, we will have this problem for years. And I've been saying that on the radio station, on this radio station, on the Saturday morning program for the last 7 years. And before that, I've been saying it. You have to put cricket back in school, and you have to open up the parks.
But
No,
you know, Doug, you know what I was hoping for and why I played this song. And I said
uh-huh.
deliberately, let
Oh,
us
this
look,
song have a lot in it, eh? A lot.
let
It
us
have a lot.
look at the song because you know, to me, blame, and I'm not saying that you are blaming because you have not done so. 'Cause what you came up with is a suggestion, right, for
Yeah.
improvement and so on. But I want for us to look at the song because
Uh-huh.
some things came out of it. Because what we are having now is blame, 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 blame. Blame this, blame that, without looking into the factors that may have contributed to where we are today.
Yes, and I agree with you 1,000% with that, Margaret.
Yeah,
And that's
so
what I'm saying.
mhm,
There's a lot of factors in this particular song and other songs too.
mhm,
But this particular song, let me deal with this song. The vision that David Rudder had see in cricket, the foresight that he see the fall was coming.
mhm,
And and the Calypsonian is the voice of the people. So the people have seen the fall have coming for West Indies cricket. I mean, it is all through the song from beginning to end.
mhm.
Uh, but we in the West Indies, we did not put our things in place, and that's why we end up as we are today. And talking about it, and you got talking heads who is Monday morning quarterback and after the game over batsman, like the Prime Minister St. Vincent the Grenadines. He was the head of cricket for so long. What have he put into cricket? He has put nothing into it. He probably just typing out it when he got to go to cricket meeting, get some food to eat and drink and them kind of thing there. And that's all come out of cricket for him. He has done nothing for cricket. The parks are still closed up. The pitches are done. A lot of the fields are done. They're only rushing to do fields for the last couple of years since we get the World Cup. Other than that, Annisvale was like a dump in a dilapidated condition. Everybody knows it, and so on and so forth. I talking about locally in St. Vincent and Grenadines. And Kishan Shallow, who is the president of West Indies cricket, I think if he is not the youngest, he is one of the youngest president ever of any of the five or six cricketing organization around the world. He is the youngest president, one of the most dynamic president, and he inherit this when when this is done. And what the changes he has made it to come up. He has made it good for the players. He had made it good for the organization. He made them $80 in the red. Now he got I mean, $4 million, forty million
You see,
dollars in the red.
Doug,
Mhm.
um, this what is happening to cricket right now is bigger than Kish, right?
Way bigger
And
than him.
it is
Way,
very
way big, way bigger than him.
way bigger than Kish. So that is why I would want for us to go beyond Kish,
Yeah, we beyond Chris. We
go
beyond him.
beyond Kish, right?
We are way beyond Dr. Kishan Shallow.
Mhm,
But you see, Kishan Shallow is at the center and is at the center of the circumference that we call cricket in the West Indies, all because he said no to the world boss.
mhm.
And it has put cricket in another light, and every go after Kishan Shallow. No, the man go after Kishan Shallow.
You know,
It's like the fox hunt in Scotland where they have all the dogs and they're chasing down the fox. So the fox hunter and all the dogs are now chasing down Dr. Kishan Shallow, who has improved cricket since he got there, whether you like it or not. And he has improved it financially. So cricket CWI is on a decent financial footing, unlike St. Vincent the Grenadines, which continue to be in debt under this man for the last 25 years. St. Vincent is over $6 billion in debt. We could go that far. But I'm just saying, don't beat up Dr. Kishan Shallow for what he has done. He only been there for 3 years, and he been the
So
vice
that is
president
why
for
I deliberately play that song, and I asked the year, like how old that song is, so that you will get
32
an
years.
understanding as to when the problem started.
Started when the problem was
And
identified
and
by
and
David
as they
Rudder.
are saying, like for example, if David Rudder made the observations in 1993.
Yes,
And when he made the observation, he was speaking to about the rules that they are putting in place to make sure that we doesn't win.
yes, Margaret. Yes.
Right?
That is
And
real.
I have more to come. So I have a
But
recording to play. So what I will do, I'll I will play the song one more time. And
okay,
then because he said it
that,
something in verse 2. And then
okay,
I will play a recording, and I know for sure after the recording you are going to call back, because I'm going to play the recording because it is the best analysis I have heard so far. So while we are here, I mean in St. Vincent, with our petty divisive politics, and that guy who thinks that I ate his white fowl, right? Is what looking at
he can't
is the
afford a white
divide
phone.
and
Don't say
conquer
he's white
tactic.
phone.
Wait down. It is the divide and conquer tactic that is being used once again as the colonial masters and the slave masters did on black people. And he's using it again. And it is so unfortunate that while we speak about emancipation, and while we speak about reparation, that black people will still be going down a road, joining with the sense of colonial masters, slave masters, to attack their black brother.
Yeah, the black boy.
You hear what I'm saying to you?
The little
So
boy,
let us listen
the
to
little black
David
boy from
Rudder
Nazi One.
again, and then
All
I'll
right,
play
I
a
listen.
recording for you that is rather interesting. It's the best analysis I
I'm
have
listening.
heard so far. Okay? And then going to call back
Thank you.
after hearing the recording.
All right.
All right.
But down here, just a chink in the armor is enough to lose a friend. Some of the old generals have retired and gone, and the runs don't come as they did before. But when the two says go, don't you know the desert is come? We've lost the battle, but yet we will win the war. As long as we rally round the West Indies, one forever. Rally round the West Indies, never say never. Pretty soon the runs are gonna flow again like water, bringing so much joy to each and every son and daughter. So we gonna rise again like a raging fire as the sun. Rally round the West Indies, one forever, yes. Rally round the West Indies, stoke up the fire. Holding falls in the heat of the battle. Michael should have left long time. I heard
You heard that? So they wanted Michael Holding should have to go long time. In 1993, Michael should have left long time. I heard an angry Ananki player said.
Free brother shout, Caribbean man, that is the root of our trouble. In these tiny theaters of conflict and confusion.
Conflict and confusion.
As the eyes of the West Indies. We already know who brought us here and who created this confusion. So I'm begging my people, please. Oh, we got to.
He say he already know who brought us here and who started the confusion. So he was begging our people, please, to rally around the West Indies since 1993. Folks, I'm taking a break and I'm coming back. I'm taking a break and I will be back.
The excitement is building for the West Kingstown annual raffle, with the grand draw happening live on August 1st at the West Kingstown Fair. First prize, a massive 65-inch Roku Smart TV. Stream all your faves in crystal clear quality. Second prize, a dreamy weekend trip for two to Mustique Island. Luxury, vibes, and pure relaxation. Third prize, a grand food hamper packed with all your favorite goodies. Plus, even more amazing prizes to be won. Tickets going fast, so get yours today and support a great community cause. It all goes down at the West Kingstown Fair on August 1st. You don't want to miss it.
General Hardware still has the best prices on steel, lumber, and plywood. So go on, compare prices. And if by chance you find a better price, no stress. Just talk to the General, and they will beat that price plus give you special priority delivery. Yes, General Hardware offers free island-wide delivery on most purchases, so you never have to worry about getting your goods on site on time. Plus, shopping at General Hardware is a pleasant experience with friendly, knowledgeable staff always ready to serve. What more could you wish for, huh? So come to General Hardware for proper service, lowest prices, free delivery, and see why nobody beats the General. Nobody.
Bonady Supermarket in Kingstown, serving the nation with quality service and excellent prices. At Bonady Supermarket number 2, located at Upper Middle Street, we are proud to serve you. We are second to none. Call us at 457-1616. We at Bonady Supermarket number 2 will always be here for you. Bonady Supermarket, serving the nation with quality service and excellent prices.
At Sol, we know our customers need fuel economy and good mileage. The additives in Sol Go Further fuels enhance your vehicle's performance with superior deposit control, friction reduction, and outstanding corrosion protection. And that means you'll get the most out of every mile you drive. Fuels designed for life's journeys. Choose Sol Go Further fuels.
It's in the feeling in our we talk. It's in the meaning in our spark. It is the thing that sets us apart. Who we are. Cause the rhythm of life keeps pumping. Together going strong. No matter what, we keep things flowing. Before we will go all in. Our hands up in the sky. Celebrating. Come let your rhythm flow.
There are many cleaning companies, but there is only one company that cleans, and that is VinceClean. So you don't have to wait for a season. Cleanliness is enough of a reason. Just finish building your dream home and wish to move in? Then VinceClean is for you. Do you have oil mark where that car is parked? New tiles just laid and want to remove tile grout, cement, or paint? VinceClean is for you. Shampooing of chair sets, mattress, carpet, house cleaning. VinceClean is for you. So whatever cleaning you need and for the best prices and quality on the market, telephone 431-1360, 457-1649. VinceClean, 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 the best in service.
Get dinner and candles alight, popcorn for your movie night. One stop and get it right. It's that good. We've got what you're looking for. All the brands you love and more. Get everything at Massy Stores. Massy Stores is where you wanna be. We take care of you like family. treat you like we should. It's that good, it's that good, that good. When you shop at Massy Stores, that good.
Massy Stores, our family serving your family.
Lewis Pharmacy. We specialize in friendly service with a personal, professional touch. Hence, we take pride in offering patient counseling on all prescription and over-the-counter products. We welcome inquiries on prescription drugs, vitamins, herbal preparation, fitness nutritional products, cough, cold, allergy, and all other health care products. For the convenience of our patients and surrounding community, we are situated uptown opposite the bus stop at Juicy Building. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Saturdays, 8:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Lewis Pharmacy.
Get value for your money. Shop at Richardson Motors.
Shop at Richardson Motors Limited and enjoy 3 services in one. Hop into our convenience store for a wide array of snacks, drinks, and toiletries. Visit our mechanic shop for specialized treatment for your brakes, exhaust systems, and wheel alignment at our garage. But there's more. When you shop at Richardson Motors, get a free oil change service, clean, high-quality fuel, or shop from a wide range of automotive parts and accessories. We are conveniently located along the Arnesville Main Road. Drive on up.
Reliability, convenience, and variety.
Richardson Motors is your number 1 stop.
CK Grace and Company is the number one supermarket, 100% intention. The Intention Supermarket. We've got more of what you're looking for in multiple locations to serve you more and more. In business now for over 50 years, and you will always say by shopping right here. Oh yes, we're number one. CK Grace and Company, and we are Vincent Johns, a supermarket for you and me.
Air filters, oil filters, fuel filters, disc pads and brake shoes, clutch disc, pressure plates, rotor plates, engine parts, fan belts, timing belts, oil seals, spark plugs, radiators, radiator hoses, water pumps, universal joints, suspension parts, KYB Japanese shocks for Toyota, Nissan and Suzuki, tie rods, rack ends, ball joints. You can also get accessories, cleaning supplies, polishes, titanium tint, black tint, Valvoline motor oils, Toyota and Honda motor oils, transmission fluids, Michelin wiper blades, headlights, corner lights, HID kits, HID bulbs and ballast, LED bulbs, and much more can be had at Automax Auto Parts. Automax goes the extra mile and spend the extra dollar to ensure that you get first quality Japanese auto parts. Come see the difference at our showroom opposite the basketball court in Camden Park. Call us at 458-2000 or 529-2070. Visit us on Facebook, Automax Auto Parts. Drive the extra mile to get the best first quality auto parts.
Please note that we open on Sundays from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m.
I passed by a brethren the other day. If you see he plays rat and cockroach racing, mosquito fighting one another for come knee in your ears, and the amount of woodlights I see, I had to wonder if them been in the wood with no attack and build the ark. I said, bye, call Flick.
For the eradication of pests, Flick is your answer. Before and after construction of your domestic and commercial buildings, Flick uses environmentally safe chemicals and keep washrooms fresh with the Aroma Odor Control and the FemCare Sanitary Disposal Systems. Call Flick Pest Control today at 457-1857 or click www.flickpestcontrol.com.
Memorial Funeral Home is the first in SVG to offer on-site cremation service. Their new and modern crematorium provides a safe way to memorialize your loved ones. Memorial Funeral Home offers a variety of urns in which you can preserve your loved one in a personal way. Cremation can ease the financial burden as it reduces the cost of a standard funeral service by 50%. Caskets can also be rented. Cremation is a necessary option to the overcrowded burial grounds across the country. Their friendly and courteous staff will continue to take care of all your funeral needs, whether you choose to bury or cremate. If your loved ones die abroad, there's no need to worry. Memorial Funeral Home can assist in the transportation of bodies to SVG and from SVG to any part of the world. Memorial Funeral Home services can be accessed at their two locations. In Kingstown in the Russells Building at telephone number 453-2697 and in Mesopotamia at 458-8888. The Memorial Funeral Home, leading the way in modern and affordable services. Call us. We care.
Randy's Supermarket is perfect for all your grocery needs. We have a range of liquor, liqueur, and wines, fresh and quality bread, and our weekly specials will simply amaze you. Conveniently opened 7:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Mondays to Thursdays, and Fridays and Saturdays 7:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. We have competitive prices and friendly staff. Randy's Supermarket, located at Lower Bay Street and Terrell Street. Call us at 456-2994. Randy's Supermarket, where shopping is fun.
The excitement is building for the West Kingstown annual raffle, with the grand draw happening live on August 1st at the West Kingstown Fair. First prize, a massive 65-inch Roku Smart TV. Stream all your faves in crystal clear quality. Second prize, a dreamy weekend trip for two to Mustique Island. Luxury, vibes, and pure relaxation. Third prize, a grand food hamper packed with all your favorite goodies. Plus, even more amazing prizes to be won. Tickets going fast, so get yours today and support a great community cause. It all goes down at the West Kingstown Fair on August 1st. You don't want to miss it.
World. Now the rule seems coming to an end, but down here, just a chink in the armor is enough to lose a friend. Some of the old generals have retired and gone, and the runs don't come as they did before. But when the two says go, don't you know the desert is come? We've lost the battle, but yet we will win the war. As long as we rally round the West Indies, one forever. Rally round the West Indies, never say never. Pretty soon the runs are gonna flow again like water, bringing so much joy to each and every son and daughter. Say we gonna rise again like a raging fire. As the sun shines, you know we gon' take it higher. We gotta rally round the West Indies, one forever, yes. Rally round the West Indies, stoke up the fire. Way down under, a warrior falls. Michael Holding falls in the heat of the battle. Michael should have left long time. I heard an angry brother shout, Caribbean man, that is the root of our trouble. Oh, in these tiny theaters of conflict and confusion, better known as the Isles of the West Indies, we already know who brought us here and who created this confusion. So I'm begging my people, please, oh, we got to rally round the West Indies, now and forever, yeah. fire. Cause pretty soon the runs are gonna flow again like water, bringing so much joy to each and every son and daughter. Say we gonna rise again like a raging fire. As the sun shines, you know we gonna take it higher. But we gotta what? Rally, rally round the West Indies, one forever, yeah. Rally, rally round the West Indies. Never say never. Now they're making restrictions and laws to spoil our beauty. But in the end, we shall
Fox, did you hear that part? Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
prevail. This is just not cricket. This thing goes beyond the boundary.
Right.
It's up to you and me to make sure that they fail.
But no. Instead of us making sure that this man fails, we are wanting now to allow him to dismantle West Indies cricket with his divide and conquer tactic. People from Scotland couldn't come here to meet with him because he wasn't a hewer of wood nor a carrier of water, never a slave. Descent of slave masters. Just recently, when he spoke about the Europeans and the citizenship by investment, and they think that they are in charge. So he's talking now about whitewash. In the days when the West Indies used to blackwash England. Blackwash. I could imagine his heart. He never used to like it. Never liked it. But now, he cares nothing about if the West Indies is split asunder. Cares nothing. Nothing. So, folks, you heard David Rudder. You heard David Rudder. I spoke about rules. I have 3 recordings here, so help me, I don't even know how to play them, but I'm going to play them one after the other. You listen up. Listen up.
We have former TV6 morning show host and cricket analyst Fazir Mohammed. Now, Fazir, in your own words, can you describe, if you can, what we saw today?
I suppose an accident waiting to happen is the best way to describe it, because you feared for a number of factors that something like this could happen. Maybe not 27 all out, but you look at the quality of the Australian bowling, the lack of experience and quality in the West Indies batting, the nature of the pitch at Sabina Park and the pink bowl. And all of those factors, together with Mitchell Starc in his 100th Test match, looking to do something special. As I said, it was almost the perfect storm as far as the West Indies being blown away for 27 today.
Well, from what I heard you saying, it seems like something that you saw coming, or was this a performance and anomaly?
I wouldn't say it's an anomaly at all, because, James, you know, if we look back on West Indies' recent history, certainly from the 2000s onwards, many people will look back and ignore the fact that with the great Brian Lara, Shivnarine Chanderpaul, Ramnari Sarwan, Chris Gale, the previous record was set in the same Jamaica in 2004, 47 all out. Just before that, the West Indies 51 all out against Australia, 61 all out against England, 61 all out against the same England. So there's a string and a thread here, James, that goes beyond just the players. And yes, people will cuss and get on about the players and the coach and so on. But indeed, as I said before, in the same way that we talk about success being a process, consistent failure is a process as well. And this is the inevitable result.
I've heard so many variables being discussed. What do you think are some of the pressing questions and concerns that must be immediately answered?
Fundamentally, James, is the same thing that many people have been talking about for about 30 years, the quality of our domestic cricket. We continue to fool ourselves into believing that with ordinary standards, poor performances, we can somehow be competitive in Test match cricket. Look, Craig Brathwaite has just played his 100th Test match as a batsman, averaging 32. It's the lowest average by anyone who would have played 100 test matches as a batsman. And that really tells you the story of our cricket.
It's got to be asked for Zero. Of course, you mentioned that not enough domestic cricket, but it's got to be asked, Darren Sammy, what is his role, if any, in this debacle that we saw today?
Well, he'll have to own up to it, because remember, he's talked boldly about a new, positive, bold style of cricket and basically going by the data, jettisoning some players like Alec Athanaze and Kavem Hodge, who've been in the West Indies team for the last year and a half to 2 years. And now that we've had this, not just losing the series 3-0, but being humiliated in a world record way, in a way that we don't want today, he'll have to answer some questions. Does it mean that he should be sacked automatically? No, because that doesn't achieve anything. The question is, are we really going to see a situation where people are going to put their hands up and own up to the fundamental flaws in West Indies cricket?
I've got to ask, as a fan, Vizier, we're looking at the result today. We're quite concerned. How long can we take in terms of reconstruction, in terms of getting West Indies at a competitive level? We've seen the bowlers do well, but 27 not out, or 27 all out, in fact, it's a new low for West Indies cricket. How long are we looking at in terms of getting some sort of reconstruction and rebuilding?
Well, James, that has been a question that has been asked since you were in short pants, probably in Pampers as well. Okay. And we're still waiting on the answer. Because again, whenever something like this happens, the usual phrase is, well, we can't get any worse. And invariably we do, because we are not addressing the problems. And that's the issue, James. Until we keep playing this game of PR and pretending that things are well. For example, the T20 series starts on Sunday. If the West Indies were to win that series, all will be forgotten about this humiliation, and then it's going to happen again. So we basically need to get back to the nuts and bolts of Caribbean cricket, or else this is going to remain the norm. People keep talking about a revival and turning the corner. That's not going to happen anytime soon once we continue this way.
Well, it doesn't fill me with optimism. Thank you so much for your thoughts and insights, as always, Fazir Mohammed.
So, folks,
Lloyd's recommendation has come after an invitation.
Wait. Take it easy. So that is one. What's his name? It's Fazid Mohammed. You heard him? And he spoke about the bowlers from the other side and the lack of experience from our side. He spoke about the nature of the pitch, and he pointed to the 46 runs that we made. Our second lowest score that we made some time ago. And interestingly, he spoke about the pink ball. I wonder if the pink ball is Dr. Shallow. I wonder if the pink ball is Dr. Shallow. Because it's Shallow they want to resign. And we also want Sammy to resign. And you heard what Fazid Mohammed said? Even, and I said it on Facebook, all over, Trinidad, Antigua. Oh, happy birthday to my friend in Antigua. Happy birthday to you. But I have commented on this all over. And Michael John, I know how many balls are bowled in an over. I ain't just coming up. I ain't just reached A. No, sir. I did a long time. And I used to go to cricket. You hear me? And because when I see West Indies started going down, and I say for fear of me getting a heart attack, I take away myself. I took away myself from cricket. And you see, you, Mr. Hooper, Carl Hooper, you know how many times they say, don't feed you, send you home? So you're coming now and you're blaming this and you're blaming that. Blame holds virtually no growth potential. Did you hear me? Blame holds virtually no growth potential. And the fella we have here say he don't take blame, he takes responsibility. So a playing 2 more recordings, not bigger. Don't call it. I'm playing 2 more recordings. 2 more recordings, not in order. I wonder which one I should play first, but let me play this one here first.
Dr. Gonzalez's letter demonstrates.
No, not that. Not that. So let me go back to this one now.
To be part of an emergency summit following the Test team's 27 all-out against Australia at Sabina Park. The ex-captain, who was extended invites alongside Sir Vivian Richards and Brian Lara by Cricket West Indies president Dr. Kishore Shallow, adds that he is always available to help. Lloyd stresses the urgency to find solutions, particularly around the Test match batting. ESPN Cricket Info quotes the Guyanese as saying that they have to examine all aspects of West Indies cricket from grassroots to the international level.
From grassroots.
Lloyd, who will be 81 next month, notes that the institution has given so much to the people of the region and all must be done to revive it. Lloyd points to the mental side of the player's game as an area in need of improvement and the need to go back to basics. The Double World Cup champion identifies the sport at the school, club and first-class levels as areas of attention. West Indies have finished 8th in the 3 editions of the World Test Championship. Their next 2 series will be away to India and New Zealand. Jack Matthew, ABS Sports.
To demonstrate.
All right. So that is number 2. And you know, Clive Lloyd came up with what I said last week. Go back to grassroots. Back to the schools. But he spoke about, he said something about the mental, the psyche. And you see that thing? It is reflected in our attitude and even our attitude to work. Hey, we have to go back. You see, just like with the issue of crime, go back to the grassroots and parenting and upbringing. Things have changed. Change for the worse. You know, when we have observed the decline in West Indies cricket, and they tried to bring it back. You know, they had brought back Clive Lloyd to manage the team. Clive Lloyd had to leave. He left. There's a problem with attitude. And people feel they reach. And you can't even discipline them anymore. And barring discipline, in as much as I said this issue is bigger than Kish, it is bigger than the president of Cricket West Indies. Just in the same manner that the ECCB governor's resident is bigger than Timothy Antoine, is bigger than Kish. But folks, you have heard from Fazid Mohammed the most objective analysis I've heard so far. He didn't go in depth, but it is good enough. It is good enough for us. But, you know, (1975) West Indies, they say played, was it 50 years ago? For the first time or whatever. And when we played, we played 75 and prior to the big announcement by Cricket West Indies that they were going to have this big gala and they were going to honor the 1975 players, the author of confusion, the author of divide and conquer, came out again after the president of Cricket West Indies. Mind you, he just lost in his attack against the president on his second bid for presidency, because Kish was elected unopposed as the president of Cricket West Indies. So he lost. At that time, eggs was on his face. He lost. So he's happy now for this, the 27 that they made at Sabina. And I think I had one with Fazid, what's his name, Mohammed, speaking about the 26 and the 51 and the 61 and all the lost scores the West Indies have been making in the recent past. He ain't care about that. So he's happy now to get the opportunity to go after Kish. And it seems as though some are going along with him. Well, at least they say when the devil get thrown out of hell, a third of the angels went with him. So we expect that. But folks, there is a big hypocrisy about this whole thing. And from the looks of things, it appears as if this is the reverse of Midas. This is the reverse of Midas. You know, everything they say Midas had touched turn gold. Even the very food he eat turn gold. But it seems as if everything this one here touches turn either dust or faces, or the other word, so where we just call faces in St. Vincent. Because after Kish was announced as a candidate for the New Democratic Party, he said he's sorry. He's sorry he campaigned for Kish. Campaigned, we know, people don't call it, no man, don't call it, don't make a break me thing, don't call. So he says sorry, campaign for Kish. Now, I want to show you the hypocrisy. And I'm going to play you another recording. Because on Boom program this week, the chance dressing, wherever, contestant number 12 was happy to celebrate the fact that they had gotten approval from CPL, Pete Russell. And he said in his effort to provide the correct information, because people are out there spreading misinformation. So he read a letter from Pete. And then, I think it's yesterday now, Bing read one from the same Pete. Pete Russell. So, God knows, I hate hypocrisy. I hate people with two tongues. Two faces. Apostles without principle. I don't like it. You're going to be having a cricket festival in a quest to see if we could outdo Kishore. Cricket West Indies, sorry. Let us take it away from Kish. Because this is bigger than Kish. What is happening now, folks? Is clearly intended to destroy West Indies cricket in the same manner they want to mash up CARICOM. When we were young, or when I was younger, when I was young, I say younger, that means I'm young now. My grandmother used to be speaking for manners' sake. For manners' sake, you do certain things. And for manners' sake, you are going to be holding a cricket festival. And Jesus Christ, you can't even invite the president. Do the right thing. Let me just show you how some people are two-tongued, unstable in all their ways, impressionist, deceptive, and no good. And Hannah Tajo, that young woman from Barley, your niece or your sister or whoever she is, in one of the live, Tajo, she said his intentions are not pure. Their intentions are not whole. So even if you look at the airport, the education revolution and the scholarship and the low-income house and whatever else, and they want to brag and boast, these intentions are not pure. It's all aimed at mind-bending, to mess up your minds. And that is why I say he make SCL look like invalids.
Lloyd's recommendation has come after an invitation to
A man that is extremely disgruntled by the decision of the board and the selection panel to relieve Sammy of the captaincy, despite him being the only skipper to win 2 World T20 titles. Dr. Gonzalez.
Folks, I have to pause it a while because I want you to listen to some of the choice words used in this recording and see if you could tie it into now the treatment that they want to mete out to the president of Cricket West Indies.
Said, and I quote, "I find this shabby treatment of Mr. Sami to be unacceptable. Indeed, I'm sure that all right-thinking persons are extremely dissatisfied at your unceremonious and summary dismissal of Mr. Sami as captain and player. You simply cannot treat a former captain of the West Indies Test team and a successful captain of 2 World Cup T20 championships with such disdain. Further, your sacking of Mr. Sami and the manner of his termination on the eve of a test match in Mr. Sami's country, St. Lucia, to be played at a stadium which bears his name, display breathtaking insensitivity." End quote. Sami claimed in a Facebook post recently that he was sacked as captain. He said the news was communicated to him by Brown during a telephone conversation, which Sami claimed lasted about 30 seconds. Dr. Gonzalez is of the opinion that a channel of communication could have been better and a method of transition should have been initiated. Elemental respect and common decency demand that once the selectors had decided to remove Mr. Sami as captain and as player of the T20 team, he ought to have been accorded the courtesy of a dignified face-to-face meeting with you and his support enlisted for the transitioning to the new captain. Does the leadership of the West Indies Cricket Board or chairman of selectors have no sense of professionalism or any inkling of what is right or wrong in professional industrial relations? End quote. While stating his admiration for Brown as a cricketer and his elevation to the role of chairman of selectors, Dr. Gonzalez said he was also disappointed by the chairman's move to sack the St. Lucian all-rounder. Dr. Gonzalez continued, quote, I hope that you're not being unduly influenced by those whose leadership is akin to the proverbial plantation supervisor in a brown cork hat perched on a horse, a high horse, seeking pitiable revenge against someone on account of some imagined transgression against Massa.
Oh my God!
End quote. The Prime Minister said it is not too late to make amends, as he outlined 3 areas that need to be addressed. First, Brown and or the West Indies Cricket Board should apologize to Sammy and the Caribbean people for their handling of the matter. Secondly, that Sammy assist in the preparation of the team to face India in the upcoming T20s in Florida. And thirdly, that Sammy be accorded a role in shaping and massaging the transition to the new leadership. Reporting for Newsroom, I'm Avinash Ramzan.
Folks, did you hear some of the words? Common decency, shabby treatment, unacceptable. You simply cannot treat the president of Cricket West Indies in such disdain, insensitivity, unprofessionalism. No sense of professionalism, no inkling of what is right or wrong. Folks, you believe that? Do you believe that? My God. Oh my God. Hello, good afternoon.
Well, good day to you, my dear sister. Good day to you. My sister.
You heard those words?
My sister, I heard all of your clips to play there. But for me, what I want to know is why Ralph would have to say what he said.
I cut you off now. Cut you off now.
Okay, sorry. What does my mother have to say when he said to Kish, he don't seem as no little black boy from Hollywood. That is how he see black people. And I am telling you, Margaret, I don't want to vex me, but I am telling you, Margaret, this man is one of the most out-of-place man ever walked the face of this earth. What reason why he had to use that word to doctor Kishore Shallow? Why? That is what I want to do. Let me hear
that is known. And there is, if you were listening to if you had listened to the recording there, speaking about the letter, the letter, according to the reporter, is speaking about somebody in a hat. Who do you see in a hat in Kanawan? I go play the recording again. I know who was in the hat down there. I know who was in the hat down there. Was given the lobotomy.
Dr. Gonzalez's letter demonstrates.
Who had on the hat? I will play the recording again for you. I will play the recording again.
We can't call the name anyhow. I wanted to help me to understand why he had to make mention of that. Because that is how he has people exposed to them.
You're asking me a question and you're running off.
Okay, no,
you know why I use the term hewer of wood and carrier of water?
No, I fully understand it now.
Bigger. In 2012, you have a problem with they have something with England and the Falkland Islands. And just like how, for example, Taiwan want to maintain their independence from China. The Falkland Islands want their independence, so they're deciding now to come here to seek support. to seek support. And when they came, they asked for a meeting with him. And he said, he's not going to meet with them. Because he is not a hewer of wood nor a carrier of water. He went further to say he is not the president of the Bible Fitness Club. But the point is, that statement, hewer of wood and carrier of water, was tied to slavery.
Slavery.
He said he was not one of the people of I who resisted Joshua and became perpetual slaves. I've always said, and I will say it again, it is my firm belief. One of the reasons why he doesn't want to hand over to his own son, Camilo Gonzalez,
black,
is because Camilo is black.
Black. Yep.
And he doesn't want to be led by, no, it's the truth. Right? Just recently, he said he's going to be there for a very long time. Doesn't want to go home. And to me, he wants to die in there like Mr. Sentile, dead in the chair. So Sentile didn't want to go to sleep in the bed. I say if he go sleep in the bed, he go dead. So he sat in a chair and he slept in the chair and he dead right in the chair. Dead right in the chair. You know one dead in the bed. He dead right in the chair. So this one here now, because Camilo darker than me. Not you talk the truth. Camilo not darker than me. Camilo dark like you. You darker than me.
Almost the same complexion.
Camilo not clearer than me. Only if Camilo bleach. Only if Camilo bleaching, Camilo clearer than me. Camilo ain't blacker than me.
Okay,
Anyhow, he doesn't want to be led by any black man.
No, exactly.
And
exactly, Margaret.
If he sees Alan Chasney as a St. Lucian Bronx species, what color is he, Camilo? An American, Jamaican, Vincentian, black species. Black species, not brown. Because if Alan Chasney brown, Camilo can't be brown. Camilo have to be black species. He doesn't. Exactly. I remember some years ago, you want to play another recording? Man, he had looked down on Linton Lewis trainer. Linton Lewis had some kind of a car. I remember they said Linton have money, right? And he had mentioned the same thing about Linton with Lico Black Boy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but yes, he doesn't. He have no other choice more than to be hugging up, like the tugging a suit and all of that, right? Because our population, the majority, black.
Black.
You understand? So you could very well say we are a black country, right? But in that letter, in regarding to Sammy, and me believe you know other man blight Sammy. The man blight Sammy and Kish.
But sure, because he was behaving when
you
Sammy
know
was on the wall.
Cupid, you know, let me put you on one time. You know, he made Sammy, he gave Sammy a Vincentian passport. He made Sammy a Vincentian.
Yes, I mean,
and when that happened, I said there was no need for that because Sammy is a CARICOM citizen. Yeah. And now they're talking about free movement. You understand? Yes. So there wasn't any need. But I can't remember Sammy's sin, why he was being hanged.
Okay.
Right? But he brings Sammy here. You can't remember that? He brings Sammy, he brings Bravo, and they have big carnival.
Exactly.
Bravo is our champion. Am I champion dance?
I think Gail.
Which is Gail?
I think you want Gail to be there too.
Sammy, get... Call Sammy, they give me. Call Sammy, give me. He blind Sammy. He blind Sammy and he blind Shalom.
Shalom him blind. For
No,
sure.
but no, you can't
Oh, thank you very much. All right.
Shallow
Yes,
in black. Shallow in black.
Trying to see little black shallow. Trying to see little black shallow. You can't black shallow.
Wait now, hey now, because of my age and whatever else, let me say something here. Allow me to say something. You want the president a cricket West Indies head, right? A man who they far from the field. They're so close to the field and look at the crime rate in this country. But you must stay on. When we say you must resign, when we read Tiliawana, when we read Michelle Andrew, you ever read Michelle Andrew's affidavit? You never read it? You never read it?
No,
you must get a copy. Get a copy of Michelle Andrew's affidavit. But what is worse, he admitted to sexually assaulting Michelle Andrews, and the thing was so indecent that if I come to you, you are the chief personnel officer.
Yeah.
And I meet you at a party, let us say a party, 4 the morning. And I say, I want a transfer from where I work in. You going to kiss me?
No.
4 the morning?
No.
Don't tell me.
You should maintain a certain level of respect still.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's a part of our culture. I want transfer. Me say me want, you know.
Exactly.
He admitted to sexual assault. And he never resigned.
Yes, sir.
Good
afternoon.
Bigger
Margaret is on fire here. So.
Bigger, I give him a chance to say good evening and put on him.
Good afternoon, everybody.
No, I can't put that in for exactly.
Yes, sir.
I put on the mic. So let me leave it for you because this could not be hot today. I need you to please let me know why he had to use that racist start to tell him, man.
With the little black boy?
Yeah, about the black boy, he would not see him as the little black boy, just like he's the both of them. I tell him, Vincent, I go there to go along with you.
No, you see, it comes back to the level of respect you have for your opponent or the other individual too.
No, I think is respect for black people. Understand it? No respect for black people.
Well, I think people in general too, because I mean, when you hold the office of the prime minister,
and poor Mr. Waste.
Yeah, when you hold the office of the prime minister, other than the governor general, that's the highest office in the land, elected office, and I think the prime minister looks at things as though other persons are beneath him, and especially because of his nature to be very authoritative, persons tend to feel as though they're inferior, and he feels as though he's superior to them. I mean, but at the end of the day, God created us equally, and I mean, I don't know in terms of his Christian beliefs too, but
hold on. Hey, stop it. He's a humanist.
Well, I gotta come back to that, because if you have Christian principles, right, you wouldn't look down on people. He believe your God, and
well, a humanist. A joke, your joke. You see, all them blaspheme. Yes, they blaspheme. I am he. I am Nehemiah. What is that about? You think about any play thing? Man is a full-blown humanist. Full-blown humanist. All right. Where what we do, Shallow? Bigger?
No,
you left it bigger, God.
Yes.
Shallow, give me a second.
Shaka. I know my own Kesha all the time, too.
Shaka, here what we'll do. Even if I show you in writing here and get a chance to say good afternoon,
we'll
do it the proper way. What I'm going to do now is to take a break. Okay. Yes, and then we come back, right?
All right,
so,
no problem.
Go ahead.
The excitement is building for the West Kingstown annual raffle, with the grand draw happening live on August 1st at the West Kingstown Fair. First prize, a massive 65-inch Roku Smart TV. Stream all your faves in crystal clear quality. Second prize, a dreamy weekend trip for two to Mustique Island. Luxury, vibes, and pure relaxation. Third prize, a grand food hamper packed with all your favorite goodies. Plus, even more amazing prizes to be won. Tickets going fast, so get yours today and support a great community cause. It all goes down at the West Kingstown Fair on August 1st. You don't want to miss it.
General Hardware still has the best prices on steel, lumber, and plywood. So go on, compare prices. And if by chance you find a better price, no stress. Just talk to the General, and they will beat that price plus give you special priority delivery. Yes, General Hardware offers free island-wide delivery on most purchases, so you never have to worry about getting your goods on site on time. Plus, shopping at General Hardware is a pleasant experience with friendly, knowledgeable staff always ready to serve. What more could you wish for, huh? So come to General Hardware for proper service, lowest prices, free delivery, and see why nobody beats the General. Nobody.
Get dinner and candlelight, popcorn for your movie night. One stop and get it right. It's that good. We've got what you're looking for. All the brands you love and more. Get everything at Massy Stores. Massy Stores is where you wanna be. We take care of you like family. We do all that we could to treat you like we should. It's that good, it's that good. That good. When you shop at Massy Stores. That good.
Massy Stores, our family serving your family.
Lewis Pharmacy. We specialize in friendly service with a personal, professional touch. Hence, we take pride in offering patient counseling on all prescription and over-the-counter products. We welcome inquiries on prescription drugs, vitamins, herbal preparation, fitness nutritional products, cough, cold, allergy, and all other health care products. For the convenience of our patients and surrounding community, we are situated uptown opposite the bus stop at Juicy Building. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Saturdays, 8:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Lewis Pharmacy.
Shop at Lanes, where you come first. For value and quality you can trust. Lanes. For home hardware, fashion, and more. The best prices at every store. A warm fancy welcome is waiting for you. At Lanes, your family store for value.
Randy Supermarket is perfect for all your grocery needs. We have a range of liquor, liqueur, and wines, fresh and quality bread, and our weekly specials will simply amaze you. Conveniently opened 7:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Mondays to Thursdays, and Fridays and Saturdays 7:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. We have competitive prices and friendly staff. Randy Supermarket, located at Lower Bay Street and Terrell Street. Call us at 456-2994. Randy Supermarket, where shopping is fun.
There are many cleaning companies, but there is only one company that cleans, and that is VinceClean. So you don't have to wait for a season. Cleanliness is enough of a reason. Just finish building your dream home and wish to move in? Then VinceClean is for you. Do you have oil mark where that car is parked? New tile just laid and want to remove tile grout? Cement or paint? VinceClean is for you. Shampooing of chair sets, mattress, carpet, house cleaning. VinceClean is for you. So whatever cleaning you need and for the best prices and quality on the market, telephone 431-1360, 457-1649. VinceClean, 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 the best in service.
Introducing Kitty Care Plus, Pico-Actin Syrup, and Mimglobin Liquid from Maya Organics PVT Limited. Kitty Care Plus is an optimum nutrient for growing children. It promotes physical growth and enhances intellectual performance. Pico-Actin Syrup has a synergistic combination of cyproheptadine and B vitamins that help to improve appetite and body weight. And Mimglobin Liquid helps to optimize growth and builds immunity. Get yours today. Kitty Care Plus, Pico-Actin Syrup, and Mimglobin Liquid. Available at leading supermarkets and pharmacies. Agent Bowman's Pharmacy. Call 456-2235.
Flo's prepaid customers can now unlock big bonus rewards like bonus data, prizes, and more every time you activate a 3-day prepaid plan or launcher. Activate a plan, then scratch to reveal your bonus data. Plus, get points for extra prizes. The more you activate, the more bonus data and prizes you can win. Get in on the big bonus rewards when you activate a prepaid plan. Dial *129# or visit topupflow.com to activate a plan today.
CK Grace and Company is the number one supermarket, 100% intention. The Intention Supermarket. We've got more of what you're looking for in multiple locations to serve you more and more. In business now for over 50 years, and you will always save by shopping right here. Oh yes, we're number one. CK Grace and Company, and we are Vincent Johns, a supermarket for you and me.
Get value for your money. Shop at Richardson Motors.
Shop at Richardson Motors Limited and enjoy 3 services in one. Pop into our convenience store for a wide array of snacks, drinks, and toiletries. Visit our mechanic shop for a specialized treatment for your brakes, exhaust systems, and wheel alignment at our garage. But there's more. When you shop at Richardson Motors, get a free oil change service, clean, high-quality fuel, or shop from a wide range of automotive parts and accessories. We are conveniently located along the Arnesville Main Road. Drive on up.
Reliability, convenience, and variety.
Richardson Motors is your number one stop.
Since 2012, we have provided reliable, professional dialysis services in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are now proud to offer you new solutions for your health problems. Each new solution is being delivered to you with the same high degree of care and professionalism. We also use the best technology in the delivery of our services. So, does your doctor need a precise view of what's happening inside your body? Let us perform an ultrasound for you. Ladies, if it's your breasts, then choose our mammography service. For all issues related to men and women's health at any stage in your life, our team can perform the necessary investigations to put your mind at ease and recommend solutions for your problems. If it's to see within your chest or check for broken bones and fractures, then use our state-of-the-art U-Arm X-ray service. For you aging men and women, we can now check your bone density, which will reduce any complications that may arise with overall bone health, osteoporosis, or arthritis. Health Solutions will provide answers and results in a timely, accurate manner in the most comfortable environment, while you are taken care of by well-trained and experienced staff. Please call us today at 451-2836 or 434-3170, or visit us online at healthsolutionsSVG.com. You can also follow us on Facebook or Instagram. Health Solutions, where we are providing solutions in SVG with care.
We would like to say that Captain Bligh XO Aged Rum is the best rum in the world. And now we can. Voted the world's best rum at the World Rum Awards 2014, Captain Bligh XO Aged Rum. World class in a glass.
Bonady Supermarket in Kingstown, serving the nation with quality service and excellent prices. At Bonady Supermarket number 2, located at Upper Middle Street, we are proud to serve you. We are second to none. Call us at 457-1616. We at Bonady Supermarket number 2 will always be here for you. Bonady Supermarket, serving the nation with quality service and excellent prices.
The excitement is building for the West Kingstown annual raffle, with the grand draw happening live on August 1st at the West Kingstown Fair. First prize, a massive 65-inch Roku Smart TV. Stream all your faves in crystal clear quality. Second prize, a dreamy weekend trip for 2 to Mustique Island. Luxury, vibes, and pure relaxation. Third prize, a grand food hamper packed with all your favorite goodies, plus even more amazing prizes to be won. Tickets going fast, so get yours today and support a great community cause. It all goes down at the West Kingstown Fair on August 1st. You don't want to miss it.
For 10 long years, we ruled the cricket world. Now the rule seems coming to an end. But down here, just a chink in the armor is enough to lose a friend. Some of the old generals have retired and gone, and the runs don't come as they did before. But when the two says go, don't you know the desert means come? We've lost the battle, but yet we will win the war. As long as we rally, tell them, rally round the West Indies, one forever. Rally, rally round the West Indies, never say never. Pretty soon the runs are gonna flow again like water, bringing so much joy to each and every son and daughter. Say we gonna rise again like a raging fire. As the sun shines, you know we gon' take it higher. We gotta rally, rally round the West Indies, one forever, yes. Rally, rally round the West Indies. Soak up the. Okay, folks, so we are back and we have in our company now Kashaka.
Yes, please.
Kashaka Cupid, the NDP's candidate for West St. George. Good afternoon, Mr. Cupid.
Good afternoon again, my dear Margaret, and good afternoon to the listeners in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
So
and
it's all
in
yours,
the
eh?
Yes, in the diaspora. It's good to be here on another Friday, especially while we're discussing this exciting topic, sports and especially cricket in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And as Vincentians and the Caribbean people, we know the importance that sports plays in our lives as a Caribbean people and our Caribbean culture, and by extension our civilization too. And on a personal level, sports, especially, and I'm being specific to cricket now, because I was a national cricketer in the past, and sports has shaped my life and helped me to be the person I am today. And I owe so many. I'm so grateful for my involvement in sports, and many of my lifelong friends today. Our friendship and our bond was solidified because we had one common goal, and it was cricket. And even sports is highly competitive. You earn a sense of respect for your opponents too, and that is what I try to do in politics too. You have to respect your opponent because you can't take anything for granted. And sports has become very scientific, and in politics too, you have to be scientific in your approach and how you strategize too. So my sporting discipline has really helped me in this area. Now, Western George in particular is a sporting oriented constituency, like many others in the country, right? However, one of the main deficiencies that we have is the inaccessibility to proper facilities, right? And there's no playing field in West St. George. Sorry, with the exception of our main Annisville playing field, not stadium really. That is the only exception where there are lights currently afforded to us. And the lights are only afforded to us if there are international games or if there are local games. Well, currently there's a lot of chatter about the Emancipation Festival, which we'll come to a little bit later on this during our discussions too. And there are many playing fields in Western Georgia that are underdeveloped. Recently, there was the reopening of the Madame Louis playing field in Bottom Belair. I was happy to be part of that reopening last Saturday. There was an exhibition game which I thoroughly enjoyed. Actually, I turned back the hands a little bit, and I was actively involved in participating and playing a major role in that game as well. Now, as we all know, with talent alone, as an individual, talent alone could only take you so far. In order to complement this talent, we need the adequate facilities to harness that talent. We need proper coaches within the system or within the culture in which we operate as well, our sporting discipline, in order to harness these talent. And we need to focus primarily on our grassroots. Now, I started playing cricket at a tender age, probably about 3 or 4 years. I grew up in a home where we place special emphasis on athletics too. My brother was a former athlete too. So I grew up in a sporting home, and my parents followed West Indies cricket as well, like the average Vincentian. And the love for the game and the nurturing of that type of spirit within me that developed at a very very young age. Now, while growing up, I started playing cricket at the Gummy Methodist School hard court. I would play a number of softball, cricket there and afternoons with my friends. I would play in the road as well, and that is as you could say, a thing of the past. We don't see a lot of children interacting and playing basically roadside cricket. You don't see that happening anymore. Most children they're now into these devices, but we need to find ways and means of targeting these young children, whether they may be at the primary school level. A particular structure needs to be implemented for these preschools to follow, where children develop their basic motor skills, because that is extremely important. As a very young age, it's important to have adequate motor skills. Then the hand-eye coordination would be developed after that. Now, one specific emphasis is placed on grassroots. A program must be devised or implemented for the preschools and the primary schools to follow. Okay, and this is not just for cricket. This would be accessible for various sports, because when you're young, you may be into all different sporting disciplines. You may have other interests. You may not be you may not know which one you would excel in at a very young age. In my case, I love cricket, and I stuck primarily to cricket. I didn't deviate and play football or athletics. I didn't have the stamina to be an athlete. So I never try to be an athlete. Yes, so grassroots needs to be the emphasis for us as a country, and under an NDP administration, we will place a lot of primary emphasis on our grassroots program, especially the preschool, primary school, and the secondary school, and we will have competitive competitive games between or among schools, while to create this sort of competitive environment and culture. Because sports for me is not just about winning; it's about development too, right? And sports help you to develop your teamwork, your discipline, and it could also enable you to be leaders too, right? You could develop leadership qualities. On a personal level, I had the opportunity to be selected as a vice captain of the under 15 and under 19 teams when I was younger. Unfortunately, I never had received the opportunity to be captain, but I was in a leadership role, even in St. Vincent Grammar School too. I was the vice captain again. I was never really the captain, right? But my leadership qualities were developed at a very young age, and always played against persons who were older than I was at that particular time, and I found it very challenging. I found it as a challenge and something that I would try to excel at. I try to become better as I move forward, and also from a constituency level too, right? Sports brings communities together. There are a number of playing fields in West St. George, in particular, the Dorsetshire Hill playing field. That playing field needs a lot of work to bring it up to standard. And the current state it is in, the NDP, when we get into office, there is one facility that we would really work on immediately, because sports is important to the cohesion of the community, and that is what we want to bring back. We want to focus on the community based level. That is something that we really need to do. And sports, as I mentioned earlier, you could build a character, and there's a lot of community pride when persons who involve in sports excel. And we see the joy, for example, when West Indies and our nation does well in for example, football, cricket. Our families, the persons in the communities, they're excited for our success, and they feel as though they're part of it too. So sports brings the communities together, and this is something that has been lacking within our communities for the last 24 years under this current administration. And under an NDP administration, we're gonna build back things from the community level. We're gonna bring back sports, we're gonna bring back culture, we're gonna bring back the art forms. All those we're gonna focus on at the community level. And this is all part of our new emphasis now, which is the new economy. And we're gonna prioritize our young people. This is what be the focus of an NDP administration when we get into office. So, Margaret, I think I've said enough for now. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I'm going to play a recording here. I don't know. Were you listening to the program on your way up?
A little bit.
I played a recording of is Musab Mohammed.
Fazier Mohammed. The commentator from Trinidad.
Is that there?
Yeah, Fazier.
Fazier. Mohammed. Well, me, you know my tongue already. I put it as Mohammed. He gave, you were speaking sports and but I want to focus on cricket.
Oh, no problem.
Based on what is happening.
Well, that is happening right now. Cricket is the order of the day.
Cricket, lovely cricket.
Lovely cricket, man.
So I played I played the song there, and you heard that. I played the one with Fazer Mohammed. You heard that one?
I didn't hear the entire commentary.
We have former TV6 morning show host and cricket analyst Fazer Mohammed. Now, Fazer, in your own words, can you describe, if you can, what we saw today?
I suppose an accident waiting to happen is the best way to describe it, because you feared for a number of factors that something like this could happen. Maybe not 27 all out, but you look at the quality of the Australian bowling, the lack of experience and quality in the West Indies batting, the nature of the pitch at Sabina Park, and the pink ball. And all of those factors, together with Mitchell Starc in his 100th Test match, looking to do something special. As I said, it was almost the perfect storm as far as the West Indies being blown away for 27 today.
Well, from what I heard you saying, it seems like something that you saw coming, or was this a performance and anomaly?
I wouldn't say it's an anomaly at all because, James, if we look back on West Indies' recent history, certainly from the 2000s onwards, many people will look back and ignore the fact that with the great Brian Lara, Shivnarine Chanderpaul, Ramnari Sarwan, Chris Gale, the previous record was set in the same Jamaica in 2004, 47 all out. Just before that, the West Indies 51 all out against Australia, 61 all out against England, 61 all out against the same England. So there's a string and a thread here, James, that goes beyond just the players. And yes, people will cuss and get on about the players and the coach and so on. But indeed, as I said before, in the same way that we talk about success being a process, consistent failure is a process as well. And this is the inevitable result.
I've heard so many variables being discussed. What do you think are some of the pressing questions and concerns that must be immediately answered?
Fundamentally, James, is the same thing that many people have been talking about for about 30 years, the quality of our domestic cricket. We continue to fool ourselves into believing that with ordinary standards, poor performances, we can somehow be competitive in Test match cricket. Look, Craig Brathwaite has just played his 100th Test match as a batsman, averaging 32. It's the lowest average by anyone who would have played 100 Test matches as a batsman. And that really tells you the story of our cricket.
It's got to be asked for you. Of course, you mentioned that not enough domestic cricket, but it's got to be asked, Darren Sammy, what is his role, if any, in this debacle that we saw today?
Well, he'll have to own up to it because remember, he's talked boldly about a new, positive, bold style of cricket and basically going by the data, jettisoning some players like Alec Athanaze and Kavem Hodge, who've been in the West Indies team for the last year and a half to 2 years. And now that we've had this, not just losing the series 3-0, but being humiliated in a world record way, in a way that we don't want today, he'll have to answer some questions. Does it mean that he should be sacked automatically? No, because that doesn't achieve anything. The question is, are we really going to see a situation where people are going to put their hands up and own up to the fundamental flaws in West Indies cricket?
I've got to ask as a fan, Vizier, we're looking at the result today. We're quite concerned. How long can we take in terms of reconstruction, in terms of getting West Indies at a competitive level? We've seen the bowlers do well, but 27 not out, or 27 all out, in fact, it's a new low for West Indies cricket. How long are we looking at in terms of getting some sort of reconstruction and rebuilding?
Well, James, that has been a question that has been asked since you were in short pants, probably in Pampers as well. And we're still waiting on the answer. Because, again, whenever something like this happens, the usual phrase is, well, we can't get any worse. And invariably we do, because we are not addressing the problems. And that's the issue, James. Until we keep playing this game of PR and pretending that things are well. For example, the T20 series starts on Sunday. If the West Indies were to win that series, all will be forgotten about this humiliation, and then it's going to happen again. So we basically need to get back to the nuts and bolts of Caribbean cricket, or else this is going to remain the norm. People keep talking about a revival and turning the corner. That's not going to happen anytime soon once we continue this way.
Oh, it doesn't fill me with optimism. Thank you so much for your thoughts and insights, as always, Fazir Mohammed.
I am sensing there that what he's basically saying that even, well, he said it, even if we get rid of Sammy,
even Kisho, Dr. Shallow.
Nothing is going to change. And I said it before
it's true.
Before I listened to him, I said that long before, because this broke about 8 hours ago, right?
No, Margaret, I could speak from an informed position, right? I have played regional tournaments as a youngster growing up, both under 15, under 19. I've played for the national senior team as well too, right? And I'm currently involved in sporting cricketing administration. The two are different, completely different. From your playing days compared to your administrative days. Okay. Now, you want to take the call?
We have a
take the call. I'll make my point after still.
Okay.
Take the call.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello?
Hello? Can you turn your radio off, please? Thanks.
Okay, Margaret. Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, just jump in with this cricket
I
thing,
give
you
you
know,
the
man.
2 minutes, right? Because Mr. Cupid was just about to make a point. For 2 minutes.
Yeah, well,
hey,
it is disgusting. It is frustrating, you know. And it's all because of the dirty what this politics we have in this country by our Prime Minister. How could you blame Dr. Kishore Shallow when West Indies cricket has been on the decline for a while? It has been on the decline for a while. And when you play all them tapes, and let me say this, Fazia Mohammed, where cricket is concerned, is one of, if not the best cricket analyst in the Caribbean. That guy, that
true.
Indian guy, just
I think he's a bit underrated too.
Hello?
I think he's a little bit underrated as well.
Yeah, you're right in that too. You're right.
Yeah.
But when you listen to him, he's consistent and he's persistent with what he has to say.
He's generally spot on most of the time, so.
Right. But you know, this morning I heard on the other station, they brought in a cricket commentator. What's his name? Oh God, his name slipped me. He's well known in the region.
Oh, probably
and it is the first time I was hearing a very objective interview.
Okay.
On Star FM.
Oh, Andrew Mason though.
No. One from the north. One he's Kititian, but I think he's working in Antigua.
Oh no.
Oh God, the name just slipped me. You know, but I follow all these cricketing talk. And when I heard the Prime Minister speaks as though he alone knows about cricket. Huh? Yeah, that's a disgusting thing. And I was to remind Margaret, I don't think she's all that young. No offense meant, Margaret.
Trouble here today.
Dave, stay on the right side of Margaret, please.
Dave, stay on cricket. Stay on cricket. And leave
you
out
remember
my
this tune? Who is the greatest cricketer? No, Thomas. Anyone can tell you. Is he great? Sir Garfield. So you can't remember that? And them Australians send down or bring down crash helmet to protect the batsmen them from Hall and Griffith. So I'm a grandfather where our Caribbean cricket is concerned. But when I hear, well, that is he. That is he. He knows everything and he knows more than everybody. You know, when I hear the Prime Minister carrying on as though he knows the history of West Indies cricket and so on. He late. But we all know that it is politically motivated.
Of course.
And I just want Shallow to maintain his focus and do what he has to do to the best of his ability. Yeah. And the people of North Leeward, I hope you listen to all what is going on and let common sense and better sense prevail in all of this. Don't be hoodwinked. I know money will come to you or whatever, pig in a bag and all them things there as far as I hear, you know. So just give your support to Dr. Kishore Shallow. I never meet a guy in recent times who hot up our head.
Not our head.
The Prime Minister head.
The
Prime Minister head.
Baby
like
man.
Dr. Kishore Shallow.
My Prime Minister head, he had a baby man head.
All right, Margaret, love you.
But what is this today? Have a nice day, Dave.
Wait, you see, she can't take my love here. Hey, Mr.
No. My days of nursing finished. My days of nursing.
Take care, man.
All the best.
Good, thanks for your contribution. Yeah. So we were talking about with my involvement in cricket, both as a youth player now administratively. And both are extremely different. Now, when you're in administration, and I'm a finance expert, if to put it that way. You got to think about the amount of money you have to invest in preparing youth teams to tour and to get it and to be involved in Winod Islands tournaments. And the cost, for example, to prepare an under 15 national team goes anywhere between $50,000 and $75,000, right? And the local association is not a profit generating company. We are non-profitable organization. And what we need, but we don't get, is major assistance from the governments. I don't know what is the case in other countries, right? And other associations. But in order to be successful, we don't only need government to assist us in terms of providing the playing fields, the facilities, for example, the hard courts for the sports too, so that persons can excel and harness their various talents. We also need an injection of capital and financial resources too. And I think I listened to Dr. Shallow's interview on Tuesday, right? And specific emphasis he mentioned in terms of the partnership between governments and local associations. That is a relationship that needs to be forged, and it needs to be harnessed and developed. And in order for us to get out of this slump, not just in cricket, but in sports in general in our country, we can't look at it from just a political standpoint, but we have to prioritize developing a relationship between all stakeholders within sports, whether it may be government, whether it may be coaches, whether it may be various associations. We all need to work together, because sports in its entirety, it's in the dump in this country. And I mean, it's only probably because we as the NDP, we're placing a lot of emphasis on sports and the new economy now, that you hear all of a sudden you're hearing about Emancipation Cricket Festival. But last year, if there was no election this year, I am certain this talk about emancipation, having a cricket festival, would not have been, we would not be having this conversation. And only because it's an election year, why we're basically having these conversation. And from an administrative perspective too, I am the current chairman of the Vinci Premier League too, and this Emancipation Cricket Festival mirrors our Vinci Premier League tournament. The rules are basic. I don't know in terms of the rules for the and the playing conditions. I don't know about them yet, but similar to the T10 tournament, and we had to seek permission from Cricket West Indies and CPL as well too. So proper protocol needs to be followed. If you have to, whether it's a festival or tournament, you need to engage in proper protocol, engage the relevant authorities, and follow the books. Yeah.
Did you hear the recording I played with a reporter speaking about the letter that was written about Sammy's sacking a few years ago? Let me
No,
play
I
that
didn't
for
hear
you, because since you raised that matter, because there are some very choice words.
Mhm.
Well, not really choice words, words of in words of interest,
Mhm.
right? That we could use now. And I want you to hear this.
Demonstrated a man that is extremely disgruntled by the decision of the board and the selection panel to relieve Sammy of the captaincy, despite him being the only skipper to win 2 World T20 titles. Dr. Gonzalez said, and I quote, "I find this shabby treatment of Mr. Sammy to be unacceptable. Indeed, I'm sure that all right-thinking persons are extremely dissatisfied at your unceremonious and summary dismissal of Mr. Sammy as captain and player. You simply cannot treat a former captain of the West Indies Test team."
I want you just to take out Sammy.
Yeah.
And
Put Dr. Shallow.
Put the president, because this is bigger than Kish.
Well,
You
Kish is the
understand?
president.
What I'm saying to you? Okay.
And a successful captain of 2 World Cup T20 championships with such disdain. Further, your sacking of Mr. Sami and the manner of his termination on the eve of a test match in Mr. Sami's country, St. Lucia, to be played at a stadium which bears his name, display breathtaking insensitivity. End quote. Sami claimed in a Facebook post recently that he was sacked as captain. He said the news was communicated to him by Brown during a telephone conversation, which Sami claimed lasted about 30 seconds. Dr. Gonzalez is of the opinion that a channel of communication could have been better and a method of transition should have been initiated. Elemental respect and common decency demand that once the selectors had decided to remove Mr. Sami as captain and as player of the T20 team, he ought to have been accorded the courtesy of a dignified face-to-face meeting with you and his support enlisted for the transitioning to the new captain. Thus, the leadership of the West Indies Cricket Board or chairman of selectors have no sense of professionalism or any inkling of what is right or wrong in professional industrial relations, end quote. While stating his admiration for Brown as a cricketer and his elevation to the role of chairman of selectors, Dr. Gonzalez said he was also disappointed by the chairman's move to sack the St. Lucian all-rounder. Dr. Gonzalez continued, quote, I hope that you're not being unduly influenced by those whose leadership is akin to the proverbial plantation supervisor in a brown cork hat, perched on a high horse, seeking pitiable revenge against someone on account of some imagined transgression against Massa. End quote. The Prime Minister said it is not too late to make amends, as he outlined 3 areas that need to be addressed. First, Brown and or the West Indies Cricket Board should apologize to Sami and the Caribbean people for their handling of the matter. Secondly, that Sami assist in the preparation of the team to face India in the upcoming T20s in Florida. And thirdly, that Sami be accorded a role in shaping and massaging the transition to the new leadership. Reporting for Newsroom, I'm Avinash Ramzan.
You heard the choice word?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes, I did.
You heard the words? So take it from there.
Now, when they made the comparison with what Dr. Gonzalez said there, I don't know how many years, like probably over a decade plus ago, right? And you compare it with now. Obviously, Sami, there's no political attachment to in this particular this case with Sami. Now, in comparison to Dr. Shallow now, it's not just about cricket. It's personal, and it's also highly political, right? This is basically trying to get one up on your opponent. Okay, now in the past, because as I mentioned, I'm currently a cricket administrator now and a director of St. Vincent Cricket and Windward Islands Cricket as well, right? And the selectors are there to select the team. We, as directors, we do not get involved in selection matters. What we do, the role of the captain and the vice captain, they come to us to be ratified, and we give our input on in terms of the leadership aspect of it. And Dr. Gonzalez in this case, I mean, he is speaking from as a passionate supporter of cricket and also of Darren Sammy too. And I'm not sure if he was the CARICOM chair for cricket at that point in time too when he made those comments. Now, he made them in the interest of what he thought was West Indies cricket at the time. Okay, and for all Sammy's experience, hard work, and his dedication and service to West Indies cricket, right? Persons generally are former players now. They don't be afforded a proper send off. Okay, what selectors are there to do is they're there to select the team. We may question who they select as the captain or the vice captain, but at the end of the day, they're there to play their individual roles. Okay, just for example, if they're appointed positions in cabinet or other various ministries, the CPO or the prime minister, he may select a particular individual, right? And persons may question it too, but at the end of the day, this individual has the has the final say. So the chairman of selectors, which was Courtney Brown at the time, he had the final say, and his final say along with the other selectors, whatever they may be, but 2 or 3
So
others.
Sammy now
They
is the
made the
chairman of
decision.
selectors?
No, Sammy is the coach of the team presently, and I had the privilege of playing with Sammy as an under 19 cricketer, and I will tell you this though, and I will say this publicly too, and I had the privilege of speaking to him fairly recently too, and Sammy may not have been the most talented cricketer the West Indies ever produced, but what Sammy had was the passion, the dedication, the commitment, the drive, the motivation to excel beyond what his talent could take you, and beyond his not basic ability. And I even mentioned that before. Talent could only take you up to a certain point in your sporting life. What this talent needs to be, it needs to be complemented with other things. And for an example, I don't want to say I was more talented than Sammy. I don't want to go down that road. But the level of talent I had at that when I was younger, I would argue that I was an underachiever because I basically gave up the game in my early 20s because I decided that I would transition from sports to academics. Really, I decided to pursue studies at the university, and really I wanted to be in a position where I could control my future, because when you're playing cricket, sometimes your future is in the hands of the selectors, and we have to be cognizant of this fact too. And this is a particular instance where that happened
I'm
too.
getting the impression as if Sammy is the sole, the only single.
No, what happened to now? Sammy, there's no more selectors too. So Sammy is the coach and the primary selector as well too. So he has basically he has most of the input in terms of the individual or the players who are selected, the personnel. He has a lot of say in terms of that. Yeah. So you could say Sammy has a lot of clout when it comes to the selection of the various teams.
But
Yeah.
who are the players? Because if the blame is being placed at Sammy's feet,
No, Sammy has to take some level of responsibility.
No, I know, but what I'm asking now, who are the players that they are thinking should not have been on the team? The batsmen.
No, well, they're Kavim Hodge and Alec Athanaze. Both players are from the Windward Islands, and they're from Dominica as well.
Not St. Lucia.
No, not St. Lucia. Yes, Sammy is from St. Lucia. Yes. And these players, they were part of the team with the last series, but they were dropped for this current series against Australia. They would have played against Australia in Australia.
Wanted those back on the team.
It would appear as if that is the case, because when you compare the current players who are part of this team that got bowled for 27, Alec Athanaze and Kavim Hodge, their first class record is comparable to these other players too. So you're wondering what may be the rationale for the selection of the other players. Maybe you wanted to give somebody another chance.
Have performed better.
Well, we can't know in hindsight. No, we can't know, because I mean, it's already happened. So we don't know what would have taken place. But Kavim and Alec, they have more experience than some of the others who would have played recently.
But we are calling for the head of Sammy and
now we.
Well, no, them. Them. When I say we,
I know what you mean.
Generally, based on past experience. You heard the rantings of the, I don't know if to call him press secretary or press officer.
Yeah, I
don't know if we have 2 hours. No, listen. We heard the rantings when he was at API. And how he carried on with the director at API, right? And before you wink your eye, he was made
The press secretary.
The press officer, they say, they can't have two press secretaries. So we have
a press secretary and a press officer.
And a press officer. All right. Before that, we had the press secretary had to be sent home unceremoniously from where he was at the consulate. Right? Until he was
reassigned.
Well, I don't know if it's reassigned. Elevated to press secretary.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying to you? Then his niece was involved in a gun shooting scandal with Cornelius John. Right?
Yeah.
And then she...
The potential candidate for South Windward?
Yes. Do you think that if Sammy was also close to the president, are being touted as being handpicked by the president to be the selector?
But how you can't prove that?
Well, wait no. And do you think that if the president wasn't on the NDP ticket, would we have been calling for his head?
No,
he would have been
be having these discussions right now.
We would not have been having, and that is the hypocrisy I don't like.
That is the problem.
Whatever crime or sin Sammy committed, right? And Sammy was sacked by the selector. He was dropped, right?
Yeah.
And was wrong.
So you see, Sammy was basically in the team.
But you
not necessarily as a player, but as the captain, really.
You heard the letter.
Yeah, I heard it.
You heard the letter? So tell me now, how could the writer of that letter turn around
we
now
we know the hypocrisy of the man. We know that. We is that something new to all of us, you know?
It's not new.
No, it's not new. We are accustomed to it.
And in the letter, he said, right-thinking persons. How could right-thinking people be supporting what he's doing now?
When he will still have his supporters, you know, because they would say...
No, I felt the devil when it got thrown out and fell 1/3 of the angel. That was a big, you know.
Yeah. I mean, you see, what we need to do, we need to call a spade a spade.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, yes. And I think that's the problem with our society too. There are things that are wrong, but we find some way to justify it and try to make it right. Yes. Wrong is absolutely wrong. Wrong could never be right.
And he said something there.
But it's in maths, two negative make a positive.
In the letter there,
which is completely different.
About Sammy. He said that Sammy apparently had committed a transgression against Massa. So Kish has committed a transgression against Massa, and that's what happened.
Well, but Kish is a free independent thinking individual. Yeah. Yes. So he was free to choose his political affiliation. And
in a democracy.
Exactly, he need to be respected for that. Yeah. And the office of Cricket West Indies has absolutely nothing to do with him being a candidate at the local level. Yeah, they're two independent roles. Yeah, so there's no conflicting issue between the two.
So
absolutely none.
We could expect you. Well, you love cricket, so you're going. Kish love cricket, so Kish might be there for
No. I'm not entertaining that. No,
emancipation.
Margaret, let me tell you something. I have low tolerance for foolishness. Yeah, and remember when you involve in politics, every minute of your time is extremely precious. And I mean, I am happy for the holiday and emancipation day. And
I would say is a holiday.
Yeah, emancipation is a holiday.
Yeah. I mean, I think our
no. No, man. Yeah. I am happy for the time to really use it wisely, and I plan to do that. Yeah.
Oh my God! But it is not something good.
Well,
we speak
it's not our fault, you know.
No. Professionalism.
Well, you see, talk is one thing, you know.
Decency, and all of that. Let me see. Like somebody trying to get in so long. Let me see if we get a pause. So. Hello, good afternoon, New Times.
Good afternoon, Margaret, London and McGregor.
Good
I just
afternoon.
want to say to you, Margaret London, one of the problems we are having in St. Vincent, I want to warn you and Cupid, is that you have a lot of Labour Party people want to come. I am here against Ralph Gonsalves. He's not the Prime Minister, but I have a right to criticize Dr. Friday and Cupid and yourself. We do not do it. What is going to happen?
You're talking cricket, we're speaking cricket.
Well, let me say cricket. Let me just say cricket. Let me just read something here for cricket for you. This cricket you want to talk. Let me just read this part because when I call Mr. Shallow,
right?
Let me. Grange said that this is what I want you to understand because you spoke about grassroots level. Grange, that is the sports minister, said that after consulting the stakeholders, it was decided that the best course of action was for Jamaica to invest in cricket at the grassroots level. Instead, to that end, she said the government planned on investing $1 million in the development of youth cricket and cricket in schools over the next 5 years. I called Mr. Shallow on the radio and I said, so what? 7 countries, as you remember, St. Kitts, Jamaica, Grenada said that we cannot spend these monies with 2020. We are going to put the money to invest our cricket. Gonsalves was one who came forward, and he did it because, as you must understand, Gonsalves not interested in wet cricket, but he was concerned more in the glamorous part. And I'm saying, hey, for God's sake, this situation has nothing to go because nobody listens to Gonsalves. He doesn't have a credit because his role, while he is sitting down, he is sitting down listening to you. And he is saying, boy, I wish I could talk cricket until December when I call the election. This man is a planner. He is a con man. He's a trickster.
That's why he get away. Because we have such a bright guy.
A man met me and he said, oh, I hear running down Shallow. I said, how go run down Shallow? I wish my miracle that Shallow and Cupid could win their seat. What I'm concerned about is that if you spend your time on cricket, what about the very hard work of winning?
We have to expose I nearly said the dog. The baby man for who he is.
What I'm saying, we have to win an election. The election is won on the ground.
Exactly.
The election is not won by
Jesus Christ, 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week. You mean that you can't come parade and talk for 5 minutes?
I am saying, hey, Margaret, you talk about the radio program. Boom. I don't hear anybody, unless they invite them, talk about the very reality that the young people are dying because of poisonous substance was given to them. I know somebody talking about the very dangerous situation in supermarket whereby no mothers can buy food and they're just using their body to get food so they can mind their children. We have to think about why is it that Mr. Gonsalves is getting away all the radio stations of speaking cricket because Gonsalves is saying cricket. We have to think about the real matter that makes people want to come forward and give the support to a new party. And I'm saying here that we are going to be the loser because wait until December, you're going to call stupid man Hamilton and you're going to see that Shallow and none you will get in. I don't understand.
They gone. They don't, to me, they don't quite understand. They don't quite. 24 hours in a day, you know.
No,
right? 7 days a week, you know.
Yeah.
You understand? And you're telling me you can't compare radio. When you finish, let us say, spend an hour, 30 minutes.
I have time to go in the constituency.
Oh, Jesus. What is wrong? What is wrong? And here now, they're talking about talk, but they're calling to engage in it. Well, how to make sense of that?
Well, that's the next
thing. You talk with your thing. I don't understand. Your man ain't so bright. No, why? That why now you try hole and somebody said that you was try hole in our air. You understand? Space. You hole and now. Not to.
Now, let me make this point, right? Now, Mr. Hamilton says he wants
cut
change.
You off now.
No,
I'm going to cut you off.
No, we're talking about change, right? He says he wants change, right? The NDP is the only party that could bring about change in this country. But yet you come on the radio constantly and criticize the NDP over and over and over again.
But you think he could do the thing the pasta radio?
Well, you see that is it. You see the difference. So his credibility is questionable.
On radio like language one thing and then dog it to me after
radio. So his character is questionable. Let me move on.
We have another caller. Let me see who calling. Hello, good afternoon, NEWTIMES.
Good afternoon, London.
Good afternoon. How are you doing?
I thank God for life.
Wonderful.
I still on the land of the living.
Yeah. How a sister?
Hello?
Huh?
It's something, you see that man, the man that went out come off period, you there? I never hear much trace. He did just trace you on board France who come off period, you know?
Yeah, but see? Man, no, what me? Hello, forget about him before me tell le shallow continue, right? Forget about him. Shaka. Shallow, Keisha try Keisha there me mind. All right, my dear, don't worry about it. Okay, yeah. Shaka, you say Shaka and Shallow, so Shaka, you continue, man.
Yeah, you see now. Yeah, we need to understand the value of sports to our people and appreciate how sports impact our lives. And I mean, when pastors call in and they don't have the same appetite like others to really appreciate sports, it's like you're basically endorsing what the government is doing still.
I'm talking about man.
Yeah. Sports is essential to us.
We have 15 minutes. Let me use it wisely.
Of course.
All right.
Sport is essential for us as a people. Yeah. And I mean, as I said earlier, as a former national cricketer, because I was always part of winning teams, Margaret. Winning is part of my DNA, not losing. I don't subscribe to losing. And when I started playing for St. Vincent at the under 15 level, I think I played for like about 3 years, 3 or 4 years, I think. And during those years, St. Vincent won the championship each time, right? And not the joy for us as players, and when we returned home, the joy our families and the community had. I mean, it brings people together. And that is why our nation is so divided right now, because sports has taken a tremendous hit by this current administration without investing in it properly. We know it's important you have to invest in order to receive some level of return and investment, right? And when you invest in our in the sport, you're investing in the nation building too. You're investing in our people, and that needs to be emphasized. Yeah.
So yeah, let me see who's calling here. Hello, good afternoon. Oh, no, wrong one. I had the wrong thing going. Hello, good afternoon. Your times.
Afternoon.
Hello.
I just want to make a contribution. Yes, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
I just want to make a contribution to the discussion as it's cricket related.
Yeah.
We are finding. I think we have missed the boat a long time. England has been playing the long game and has played the long game. If we look back historically, practically all the greats the West Indies have produced were literally nurtured in England, in county cricket. And England realized that they were a major part in our success.
Yeah.
After they made changes to how they recruit players, naturally, West Indies cricket, the government have put something in place to continue to develop the skill of our cricketers.
Yeah.
Not forgetting that we have produced the greatest players in the world, and most of them are still able-bodied men who could give guidance and counsel and up again. Gary Sobers is still alive.
Yeah.
And could lecture. So
I don't know if he could lecture still, but
our governments have made the mistake by not providing the environment and the opportunity for the continued development of players.
Correct.
If we had it, we would still keep the standard.
Of
but
course.
There's no England to nurture our players, and we fall to the bottom.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You know, is either Clive Lloyd or one of them said so?
Yeah,
We have,
Lloyd.
I have a
Yeah.
recording here with Kish, you know.
Yeah.
Kish, oh my God, I have to get to even change my language. The president of Cricket West Indies said so. Yes, so we have a few more minutes, and you have robbed yourself. It's so sad you have to rob yourself of lunch to be here
No,
with us.
it's fine, man.
It's
It's fine. I get
On your
something
way
small
up,
when I go back.
you get a snack? Yes.
Yeah. No, my lunch is
So
provided, you know.
continue talking, man.
I rarely eat out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, the caller made a valid point, right? And it comes back to the whole investment in our development, and you must invest in order to reap some sort of success. And you see, success is not very good.
Hello.
Margaret.
Hi.
Yes. I want to tell Kishaka
Yes, sir.
that you have some talented, very talented people who knows about managing cricket, including yourself.
Yeah.
And you have a man who been the president or the chairman of Cricket West Indies from the political point of view. And he hasn't put nothing into cricket. And now cricket is getting something coming out of it.
Exactly. You wanna jump on the bandwagon too?
And you are jump on. And
we had a room for it, man.
and this is one of the things. Now, if you listen to the man's speeches sometime, you will hear not but plagiarism in it, where he quoting other people as his own. So it's the same thing he want to do with cricket.
Yeah.
Because they take people, if you read some of the books, you listen to some of his speeches, that he using certain things that other people have done and don't give people credit. You have to give Brother Kishore Shallow a lot of credit.
Definitely.
Especially turning around cricket, West Indies, finances.
Yep. That is where it starts, you know.
And now they have money they could put into.
Exactly. You could invest in programs. You could invest in the development of people.
Yes, development people. They have some finance.
Yeah.
And my brother, this is Doug Howard talking.
Yeah, I pick up a voice, man. I pick up a voice. How things on your end?
My thing, the my end is looking good, brother.
Okay, nice.
I just want the man to say, you know, I still have some disagreement with certain things. I think we should get them to ring, when they ring the bell, call the election.
Yeah.
So let we put St. Vincent back on an even keel.
Definitely.
With sometimes, you know, you gotta fire the whole crew.
Yeah, well. Well, Captain Force, you know.
Yeah, Captain Force.
Yeah,
you know, I told somebody yesterday long ago.
Yeah.
Is it Captain he used to fire?
Captain,
right?
Man,
you understand?
Yeah.
And you change
we chopping off the head of the snake.
Yes. This bad one.
Yeah.
And we will be in a better place. St. Vincent will grow.
Yeah.
And we'll be able to hold you guys accountable.
Definitely.
Because we want to see the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines put back financing in.
We are investing in our people.
Elementary and high school sport, including cricket football.
Yep.
But that is where the rubber meets the road.
Yep.
It cricket back and even keel.
Yeah.
And I wanted to tell Margaret, I was talking to Margaret earlier when she was playing the song.
Rally around the West Indies.
Yeah. No, yeah, Rally Round the West Indies, right. When she was playing the song, that we have to rally around the New Democratic Party.
Definitely.
And Dr. Kishan Shallow,
Mm-hmm.
a hot up the man so forth.
Yep. You see why somebody wants us to come up the sports topic? They can't beat us in sports, Doug. That is the thing. They have nothing on sports with us.
And I'll tell you another something. It looked like the minister of the minister of tourism is now the sports minister in St. Vincent.
But
they have roles overlapping.
Doug,
yes, man.
Is the same nastiness he tried in Southern Grenadines.
Yes.
When he take our one single radiologist, right? We assigned her to go distribute burial material simply because burial affected union and she's the ULP candidate for that's so stink of corruption. Stink of corruption. Same with Mr. West. Same with Mr. West. Take a big dirty old hand. Put it up. True. Mr. West anus. Up to his brain. Take out piece of Mr. West's brain to get money to go things. Whole stink of corruption.
Yes. And one of the things that I know, and look at the credentials of all of the people involved in the New Democratic Party. It is the best team ever assembled for any political party anywhere in the West Indies. And I, Doug Howard, will tell him, we're waiting for call election. I want to come. I want to campaign and rally and make sure people who I could get them to go out and vote. And some of them, I will want to tell them right now, some of you who I am acquainted with in Central Leeward, in North Leeward, who all you ain't going to vote for the Unity Labour Party because all you vote them in. And now all you telling me all you ain't going to vote. I don't quote all you all the time. I've been with all you when all you vote for them. And I'm telling you, you better get up on election morning. Since you vote them in.
You could vote them out too.
You got to
vote them out. Yes. Simple.
And you know who I'm talking to in Leyu and Chateaubalay. You have to go back and vote them out.
Of course.
Because you say you're staying home.
No. Staying home is not an option now.
And if I have to come on election morning and make sure I go to Leyu and Chateaubalay to take you to the polls so you can vote them out. We voting them out. You've been voting for too long. And you can't sit down home and expect other people to undo what you have done. You have to vote them out. You can't stay home. Have a good day.
All right, Doug. Thanks.
Vengeance.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
I mean, if we really love our country, there's no way you could think about voting this current administration. Honestly.
2 minutes.
That being said, my people, the time usually fly by so quick when you're here in the studio, and I just want to make the point though. We've been on sports today for majority of the program, right? And I just want to make the point that we're facing some difficult economic times too, right? And the NDP, we have a plan to deliver for our people. And we have a plan to ensure that there's real economic growth. And that can only be achieved by us emphasizing our the pillars that we have and growing the various sectors of our economy, whether it may be tourism, agriculture, the blue economy, and the new economy. And once the economy is growing, obviously we will be in a better position to ensure that we could alleviate a lot of the unemployment in which we currently face. And all this can only happen under an NDP administration. And I just want to encourage each and every person listening to my voice to know that the NDP is the party of the future. The NDP is the party for the people. The NDP is a party of togetherness, and we look forward to forming the next government and serving our people to the best of our abilities. Thank you, and may God bless you.
I have something before you're going.
Okay.
Where you wanna go? Where you around? You want Kish said for you?
Lee, drop it, man. Drop it.
In Spring Village.
This ain't right, bad man. No. Wait. Hey, Kish.
Well, watch now.
Kish has some manners. He have a bad man on radio. Well, a self-proclaimed
Real
bad man. This is a real bad man.
That's a real bad man.
This is a real
So
bad man.
Hold on, the self-proclaimed has lost his title then.
Long time,
well,
man.
You need to inform. You need to inform him of that.
All right, you self-proclaimed bad man. You are dethroned.
Okay.
Hey, the real bad man.
You cast aside.
Hey, the real bad man.
There's my little brother too, eh?
Hey, the real bad man. Hey, the real bad man. White face over there.
Want nothing more. They all want nothing more than to play for West Indies cricket.
What do you face?
Cannot find anywhere to practice. But yet, you are going to come publicly and criticize West Indies cricket when you are the Prime Minister of a country and you cannot even produce or provide facilities for players to train. You do not have the authority to speak on sports. What are you doing for sports in your country? And if you are not going to do anything for sports in your country, then shut up and don't speak about sports.
Oh, boom! Wait, this is one shots fired. Shots fired. Hey,
Not Leeward in Spring Village. I have on a mentorship program. 3 of them are cricketers, right? Love cricket, want nothing more. They all want nothing more than to play for West Indies cricket. Cannot find anywhere to practice, but yet you are going to come publicly and criticize West Indies cricket when you are the Prime Minister of a country and you cannot even produce or provide facilities for players to train. You do not have the authority to speak on sports. What are you doing for sports in your country? And if you are not going to do anything for sports in your country, then shut up and don't speak about sports.
Boom! Boom! You heard that? Shut up and don't speak about sports. On that note, folks, we say have a most enjoyable weekend. If it is the will of the Lord, we'll see you again next Friday. Remember, put on the whole armor of God that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Take care of your darling selves. I'll see you next week.
And it's like when everybody get the Spanish ship at sail. When Jonah say, is your car Jaguan? When they come up a ship and it go in the whale belly. Alright, so since will never come good. Unless I get rid of Ralph. And it's like when everybody get the Spanish ship at sail. When Jonah say, is your car Jaguan? When they come up a ship and it go in the whale belly. Alright, so since will never come good. Unless I get rid of Ralph. And it's like when everybody get the Spanish ship at sail. When Jonah say, is your car Jaguan? When they come up a ship and it go in the whale belly. Alright, so since will never come good. Unless I get rid of Ralph.
just a chink in the armor. Is enough to lose a friend. Some of the old generals have retired and gone, and the runs don't come as they did before. But when the two says go, don't you know the desert is come? We've lost the battle, but yet we will win the war. As long as we rally round the West Indies, one forever. Rally round the West Indies, never say never. Pretty soon the runs are gonna flow again like water, bringing so much joy to each and every son and daughter. Say we gonna rise again like a raging fire.
The excitement is building for the West Kingstown annual raffle, with the grand draw happening live on August 1st at the West Kingstown Fair. First prize, a massive 65-inch Roku Smart TV. Stream all your faves in crystal clear quality. Second prize, a dreamy weekend trip for two to Mustique Island. Luxury, vibes, and pure relaxation. Third prize, a grand food hamper packed with all your favorite goodies. Plus, even more amazing prizes to be won. Tickets going fast, so get yours today and support a great community cause. It all goes down at the West Kingstown Fair on August 1st. You don't want to miss it.
Memorial Funeral Home is dedicated to meeting the needs of our customers. We go above and beyond to ensure satisfaction and convenience. That is why we are extending our services to the diaspora. Working with Caribbean Funeral Home in New York, burial packages can now be completed in New York to cover burials in St. Vincent. And likewise, packages can be made in St. Vincent to cover burials in New York. Caribbean Funeral Home is located on 1922 Utica Avenue, Brooklyn. Call their office at 718-444-1818 or WhatsApp at 347-925-9557 or 347-231-5410. For more information, call